NewsNation correspondent, Emmy and Peabody Award-winning journalist Geraldo Rivera, back with us now. Geraldo, hey, good to see you. Look, you know Donald Trump well, and have spent a lot of time with him. You covered for a long time. You knew him a long time in New York. This is the first time we all got a real up-close picture. And when you saw him pop up on the screen in, you want to say the backstage here at the RNC, what was your emotion?
It was thrilling to me to see him. I would have, if I were producing tonight's Republican National Convention, I would have thrown the script out. It's not about economics today. It's not about people, making a living. This is about the survival, the triumphant survival of the former president, maybe future president, who defied the assassin's murderous attempt, got on his feet, clenched his fist, was filled with defiance and righteous indignation, and the crowd breathed a huge sigh of relief as he walked down the steps. Every one of us has seen it now, blood streaked across his face. When he walked in tonight, that was the hail the conquering hero to me. I would have played the presidential march. I understand that the news is that J.D. Vance is the vice president. But the real news is, as you said very accurately, between a quarter of an inch and a half an inch is the difference between having the 45th president still being with us and then having a much different conversation. America in mourning and divided and nervous. But I am delighted to see him. I salute the crowd for their enthusiasm. And, let's move on from here, Leland.
I'm wondering if, though, that is not intentional. I mean, you know this better than I do, that there is no better stage master and ring master than Donald Trump is. And his understanding that it is always going to be about him and the emotion, and the less you lean into it, almost the more special it is, as he's making it about, we've been, from our reporting, he's been telling, and his campaign has been telling the speakers to make it about the voters and the suffering the voters are going through to that point. When you juxtapose Joe Biden giving this interview to Lester Holt today, and then the welcome that you see to Donald Trump and the way this crowd reacted, it almost feels like an unfair fight for Joe Biden in terms of him overseeing a divided Democratic Party. Okay, it's not a fight. Go ahead.
I think that in terms of presiding over President Biden presiding over a divided Democratic Party and all the rest of that, I don't know. I'm not a political expert. My sense is that Joe Biden's job or his position as the potential or presumptive nominee of the Democratic Party is more solidified in the wake of the brazen assassination attempt of his rival. To me, Joe Biden is more settled today than he was a week ago in terms of being the natural incumbent. I don't anticipate, this is just Geraldo talking, Leland, and this is just my opinion, I don't anticipate a vigorous challenge to Joe Biden going forward. I don't anticipate Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitmer or Josh Shapiro or any of these fine folks now saying they're going to run against Donald Trump. I think they're going to let Joe Biden, who's the only one who's ever beaten Trump, carry the banner into
that analysis makes sense.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.